What's good, y'all? Forgive me if I'm a little distracted on this walk and talk, but the sidewalks are still pretty freaking icy and snowy in certain areas, and I've almost busted my ass a few times out here. But if I do fall, I will gladly upload it because I can't even lie, that will probably be funny. You feel me? But let's try to stay on 2 feet. But anywho, last night I had an interesting night. You know, I had what some people would call a nightmare. But for me, it wasn't really that much of a nightmare because fear doesn't exist in my world anymore. Sure, I'll still have I'm not perfect. I have worries and what if this is, and then I remind myself of who I am and what I do. I manifest everything in my world. I create everything based off of the frequency that I emit. So what am I worried about? And if you go to bed worried, if you go to bed stressed, if you go to bed angry, if you go to bed blah, 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 that's almost like the color code of what type of dream you're going to have that night. So if you go to bed angry, you're going to have some entity that feeds off of anger. You know, if you go to bed worrying about something, all that fear, then you're more likely going to have an entity that's going to extract more and more of that fear with you. You see or from you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to keep messing with you. But here's the thing. Some of y'all need to remember that you control everything. I mean, you have even more control in the dream world. The only reason that you're having a nightmare is because these entities sense it on you. They can smell it on you. They know who you are. They know you're a god. They know you're a divine being. They know you're a higher level being if gods and kings and whatever, if that makes you uncomfortable. They know who you are. They can see it on you. You know what I'm saying? But if they mess with you and you act like you don't know what you're doing, they're like, hey, we can mess with that dude. Oh, he don't know who he is. Hey, yo, free meal, let's go. Hey, you turn to that thing he's scared of. With me, it's I'm not scared of anything really. Don't get me wrong, I have the emotion of fear. I can feel it, but I know what to do with it. You know, fear is just another way to express excitement. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all that have public speaking, what's that thing? Anxiety for public speaking. I can't think of the exact term right now. You know, it's that's when a lot of you get scared. But imagine if that same scared feeling was good, then what would that same energy be like? Well, the opposite of this anxiety, see, this is pent up energy. When I'm excited, I'm radiating energy. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? It's all you gotta do is flip it, you know? But a lot of y'all need to start putting in the work. Some of you are already there. Some of you are past me. You know what I'm saying? I'm more so talking to people at my level and below. And if you are ahead of me, keep on going so I can learn something from you. You feel me? But anyway, it's these entities will not mess with you if they know who you are because they know that you can destroy them, but they don't care. They're greedy. They're lower vibrational. Lower vibrational people on this planet, they find all of their justification for life through all the physical things. Now, I've learned to stop judging about that, but that's a very clear tell. You know, and I'm not saying the people that done well for themselves and have things. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying the people that feel like they've done something in life, I'm better than you, and look at my car. You're not as cool as me. You're not good as code because look at my car. Those don't even relate. Wait a minute. You need all these physical things to show how great you are. I mean, I guess, if you find your happiness with it, who am I to judge? But I don't know. Couldn't be me, though. But, so let me get specific. So, with my dream in particular, you know, it's when I became, I don't know the right wording to use, but conscious of the dream or whatever. The dream started, the scene started. And of course, I had to be in a dingy ass room, you know what I'm saying? And I was bolted down to it, in some sauce. Okay, stay on your feet. But I was on some, on some saw stuff. I was bolted down, strapped down to a chair. But I don't know, somehow my arm was extended out on a bar type of thing, a bar, a table or something like that, and it was bolted down. So my arm was isolated from the rest of my body. So then the guy, the entity, I couldn't see a face, I couldn't really even see a figure, but it was just doing, you could tell it was just waving the hammer. And I'm just looking at it all right, what? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're gonna use that hammer? You know, this is all I was thinking because I was I was trying to get a grasp of where I was and what was going on. So eventually he kept doing that weirdo little You know, that type of like creepy ass laugh. Like in my house, in my ass. Like, are you gonna use that hammer or not? I'm literally talking shit to these entities. And when I started talking shit to it, he started to get mad because I wasn't afraid of him. So then he tried to do the extra level. He went like all up in my ear. He's like, he wasn't like saying shit. He was just making the sounds. And I'm like, bro, you're annoying the shit out of me. Are you going to use the fucking hammer or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can get the whacking if you need to, like, go right ahead, because this is annoying to me. You breathing that hot ass breath on my ear. I'm literally talking shit to an entity because I know who I am. You know, it's like I'm not at the point where I can just blow them up with my mind powers just yet. We working on it. But nevertheless, so then like I enraged it to a certain, like a higher level, and it started to just like start wailing on my hand. But then me just sitting there calmly knowing what this was, I was just looking at him like, you done? And then I just chose to wake up, you know? It's like, that's where I'm at with things. It's like there is a whole bunch of different wars and battles happening right in front of you. Some of y'all just don't know what's going on. Some of y'all want to automatically dismiss things to conspiracy or hippie or weirdo or whatever. Okay, that's fine. But if you keep on wondering why you go to bed at 7 p.m., wake up at 7 a.m., and you're still exhausted, maybe there's some external factors that you're not aware of, my guy. You feel me? You know, it's like fear, and I've said this 1,000 times. Fear is the lowest vibration that you can operate at. Everything that happens in your life, all you gotta do is just flip the lens, right? And I'm kind of mixing two ideas here, but we'll just go into it because this is what I felt like talking about. You know, it's like I've also been thinking about this experience of me living from my lower self, my darker side or whatever. And once again, that does not mean, you know, the evil side that I just want to go hurt everything, kill. No, you know what I'm saying? It's more so like, it's like, okay, think about it like this. In an elevator or something like that, when you're on the first floor, you see everything from the first floor perspective. You see the doors, you see the walls, you have to look up to see stuff, right? All right. So then if you're on the 20th floor, then you're going to start to see the ceilings, or the rooftops. You're going to start to see the lights and all this type of stuff. The cars driving, you can see the whole path. Now, go back down to the first floor. It's dark now. Okay, all that happened is the sun went down and nighttime happened, and now you get a completely different perspective from the same exact position. You know, just the same thing as if you go back up to 20th floor at night, day and night. That's two different modes. That's two different perspectives, right? If I'm sitting on the 20th floor at daytime, then I see the world one way, and I almost just fell again. If I'm sitting on the 20th floor and it's nighttime, I see the world another way. But I didn't go back down to the first level. I'm staying on my vibration. I'm just looking at things from a different perspective, right? Some of y'all, when y'all are starting to, I'm going way off the deep end. I think the original conversation's over. But when some of y'all start to get into a new hobby or a new challenge or goal that you set for yourself and y'all fail it, sometimes y'all just give up. And instead of just saying that, okay, I did 5 minutes of meditation today. Oh man, you know what? Even though I cracked at the end of the day, I did want to grab a snack in the middle of the day, and I didn't. You know, but I did crack at the end. That's okay. That's progress. See, which one sounds so much better? That, oh man, that's progress, or man, I just thought I could do it, man. I don't have the mental discipline to do this, man. No, we ain't got time for all that, man. It's like you stay on your floor, you don't go down. We don't go downstairs no more. We only go up. You feel me? But, you know, it's like my level 1 dark side is different from my level 20 dark side. We'll just call it level 1 dark side college version of me. All right, that's the one that didn't know what to do with his emotions and this and that. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know why he felt a certain type of way. So he was down at the bottom. He was in the slums, depressed, sad, borderline suicidal. You know what I'm saying? It's like all that type of stuff is going on. That's low level dark side, right? But then level 20 dark side, you're planning your moves. You're planning moves against your enemies if you have them, you know. You know what I'm saying? You're planning moves for your own life. You're making the next step. What's the next thing I'm going to do? And I'm going to make sure I'm going to beat out the competition. I'm going to go faster than everybody. I'm going to do it better. I'm going to do it me. Blah, 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 blah. To me, that's my dark side. Because my light side wants to say, how does everybody win? I want everyone to be happy. I want everybody to ascend and be spiritual and healthy. Yay! You know what I'm saying? So when I'm on my dark side is self-centered. You know, like, it's like, yo, everything's about me. How do I win? And then my light side says, how does everyone around me win while I'm winning? You feel me? It's that I only give people, oh, that's nifty, a seagull and a crow, a black bird and a white bird flying right together. Ain't that some balanced stuff going on right there? But anyway, it's like, keep on rising the elevators and turn the lights off and on. That's all you gotta do. Because I say I'm living for my lower self, my dark side, whatever, it does not mean my vibration is lowered in any shape, form, or capacity. It's that I just turned the light switch on the 20th floor. And I feel like right now I'm getting back on the elevator to go up again. You know what I'm saying? It feels good, you know? You can't fuck with me in the real world. You can't fuck with me in the spiritual world. And if you do, it's like that's just because I'm a novice up there. I'm getting my legs under me up there in the spiritual worlds. You know, my DNA, my memory, my intelligence is starting to come back online. So when I get better and better up there, oh, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. I'm like, oh, y'all was doing that to me and I didn't know it? Okay, 1 second. Let me go blow up this whole thing real quick. But you know, we're just having a lot of fun today. You know, this week went by so freaking fast that it just puts me in a good mood. You know, it's like everything I've been doing in my life is just followed by success and a little bit more success and growth every night. I used to have nightmares damn near every single night. Some milder than others. Sometimes they were just wonky and crazy, but that's just a out picturing, or I guess in picturing in my mind, of how crazy my thoughts were at the time. And now I sleep peacefully. Now, when like I don't know how I still find myself in nightmare situations, but whatever. When these like entities want to mess with me now, I know who I am even up there. So I'm like, hey, yo, bro, that's not gonna hurt. We're in the spiritual world where you can stab me with whatever you want, and you pick a hammer. Bro, I'm a celestial being. I am literally a ball of energy, and you're gonna hit my hand with a hammer? Bro, I wouldn't even be scared of that in real life. I'll deal with the broken bones. Like what? You feel me? That's how powerful I feel these days. You know, it's like that's another reason why my patience is so thin in other regards. Like, if you don't have something to teach me, if you don't have something to offer in my life, then please leave. Please vacate. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm rising too quickly for most people. You know? That's why it's like I'm up on the 20th floor penthouse by myself. You know what I'm saying? With a few other people I can see across the street in the same position in their life. They're doing what they do, and we just like raise our little toast. Hold up, here we go. So we just raise our toast to each other on the 20th floor. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's how I see life. That's why like I've embraced being by myself now. I literally fight my demons alone. I literally fight my demons. I have quite literally tamed one of them and made it work for me. You feel me? It's like, that's like the funniest thing. And I know we're just going off now because I'm walking and talking. But like, hello. Hey, Mr. Crow. But like, where was I going? That crow distracted me. Oh yeah, like people. So here's like a thing about the spiritual community, right? A lot of people will hear a very popular spiritual content creator, and that's how you do things now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's it. That's the way. You got to do it like this. And I'm like, yo, why? You know, like, for example, some people probably look at me and say, you tamed a demon. Man, you ain't that powerful. You ain't that. Because I'm sure I ain't seen you do no spell work. I ain't seen you do. I'm like, so you think that's the only way to do things? You think that's the only way to do things? The only way to conjure or to stop a demon, the only way to summon portals, the only way is because you have to do all these little mixes and matches and blah, blah, blah. Okay. You keep on thinking that. It's like, you have your path, I have mine. I just arrived at the same conclusion a different way. That's all I'm doing. For me, everything is mental magic. Everything is manifestation. Everything is energy. Everything is utilizing the main seven universal laws, you know, from if you read the Kabbalion, you know, to influence the effects of my life, or to affect the events that happen in my life. everything that happens, like there's like, you know how many like car accidents I should have been in? Like when like, you know, I'm just driving like here in Denver and the snows are icy, the roads are icy, and like you hit your brakes and you just like, oh, and I'm drifting. I have never once felt afraid when my truck was going out of control, when my car was going out of control, when traffic was coming my way. I'm just chilling. I'm like, I'll be all right. That's just the level I walk around with now. You know, we're gonna go into like a random topic with this one, but it's something that's still on my mind. I'm still like processing a lot of the information, but like with dating and stuff like that, right? It's like I got the 20th floor penthouse vibes. Like I'm a grind until I get there. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a whole bunch of spiritual stuff. Oh, is the world changing? This and that. I don't know what's going to happen. Until then, like I'm going to beat the system by celebrating in my penthouse or my big ass plot of land, one or two. So when it comes to dating, it's like I need someone with that level of ambition, and they don't try to interfere with the way that I do things, as I shouldn't. That's something I know I need to work on. I shouldn't try to interfere with the way they do things. We should both educate each other. We should both give each other pointers and information, you know, about how to do what we do better, like me helping her helping me, blah, 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 blah. Hey, so maybe you should try this with your system. Okay, well, maybe you should try this with your system. Okay, cool. That actually makes a lot of sense. I can see myself doing that. Cool. I appreciate it. You know, a tit for tat. But there needs to be a level of us being an equal. Now, I'm not saying like I'm above these women and no. I'm just saying the ones I've met, I don't have a connection with. So I keep on grinding by myself. You know, it's like you don't get to the penthouse acting like everybody else. The masses live in one-story houses. You know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not judging with that, but I'm just saying, like, the masses live in like one-story houses, maybe a two-story. You know what I'm saying? 3 stories, like the percentile goes a lot lower, 4 or 5, whatever. All right, but I can say that most of the world lives in one-story houses, apartments that they don't own, you know, that type of stuff. Okay, if you want, you know, extraordinary results from your life, you can't act ordinary. You can't act like regular people. Regular people do regular things and get regular results. You feel me? And I really don't like being regular. I don't like being normal. You know, I don't like going along with the flow. Another reason why dating is just so fun for me, quote, quote, is because I know all the rules. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. No. I'd rather be stubborn and by myself. You know, it's like I love me a lot. I love me. Every time I go into meditation, I see myself in a nice, luxurious living space. I don't really care what it is. I don't even care if it's necessarily the penthouse. You know what I'm saying? Whatever luxury means to me in the time that I get it. That's what was meant for me. You know, it's like everybody's trying to manifest somebody or something or whatever. And by the time you get it, you don't really care about it no more. You know, it's just like, oh, yeah, I did want this. Oh, well, thanks. But we're on to the next thing. But just because you don't want it now doesn't mean you're ungrateful. It just means your taste has changed. In the meantime of you growing to get to this, to get to that level, to match the energy and frequency of whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you grew, and now you see the world from a different perspective. You say, you know what? I was going there, but we're going to go there. All right, here we go. You feel me? It's like this life is yours. And whether it be someone in real life, or quote, quote, real life, this physical reality, or in someone trying to get at you in the dream world, remember and know who you are. You know, I truly do believe that like the spells and hexes and stuff and all that type of stuff, like I really do believe, like this is just where I'm at with things. I like to speak for the little guys. I like to speak for the underdogs. I feel like some supreme witch, empress, warlock could try to fuck with somebody, right? Someone that's just trying to get on their spiritual path. It's kind of like in every anime when like the kid doesn't know how strong they are or something like that. I feel like we can always do that. It's just like for me, I have issues with authority. I really do to this day. Like don't drop my bottle. I'm like the only authority in my world. You know, if I say something in my world that is based off of my actions, and that's what I do. This is my world. This is my life. I do what I want to do. For the most part, we're getting bigger and expressing that. You know, but I really do feel like someone new to the game could teach the sacred empress something like, this is our village empress. She's been a witch. She's actually 500 years old, and she can make your eyes fall out. And then like my young little protege will just walk up to her and be like, I don't think so. She'll get mad, do some crazy shit, and he'd be like, told you. Because it's like it's all power of the mind. The hexes, the entities, all this type of stuff only really messes with you if you accept the energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you look at, I look at everything as energy. Some people might say, oh, I'm gonna cook something up for you now. I mean, you can, but like I'm a mirror. You know, that's why I could talk my shit. I'm a mirror. So you better do some protection shit if you try to fuck with me like that. Cause I'm not saying like I'm the toughest guy. No, I just reflect shit. Me just existing, it just bounces off of me. So if you want to send some bad energy my way, if you want to make my leg break or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. But you better be ready for your leg, both of your legs to fall off. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. You know, it's like that's just something I say all the time. You know, I say that about the food industry. I say that about corporate America. I say that about money. I say that about institutional racism. I say that about whatever. Because I'm in my world now. It's like a lot of like ways that I really feel about some things would trigger people. You know, like they'd be, oh my gosh, you don't believe in this? Oh, you shouldn't say that. Oh, how could you be? Cause I don't. In my world, that shit don't exist. So I'm not gonna keep speaking it up as if it does. In y'all's world, y'all can keep dwelling in that low vibration and keep having worry and stress and anxiety and all that type of stuff. You can keep on choosing to exhibit that emotion. I'm gonna be rising and rising and rising up here. You know, like when's the last time Al Capone was worrying about like if there's gonna be tomatoes at the grocery store? Never. So when you raise up to a different level, you have different things that you think about in the positive and the negative. Just like how the bum is not worrying about how he's going to evade $100 million in taxes. The bum is never going to worry about that, just as the rich man is never going to worry about the tomatoes at the grocery store. You feel me? You know, it's like it comes with different things. So in my world, I have elevated to the rich person. You know, I have different problems than you. I'm not worrying about, and by you, you know what I'm talking about. It's like I'm not worrying about the things that you're worrying about. You are worrying about, did that beef get resolved yet? Did someone drop a diss track? Did they go on World Star and fight? Did they actually do this? Did they do? That's what you're worrying about? Bro, I'm trying to protect my whole living space from crazy entities. You know, I'm trying to make sure that I reprogram my mind even further to become the greatest version of myself. And you're worrying about notifications on Instagram and how so-and-so blocked you and removed you and you're not friends or they stopped following. And see, that's the problem with you. That's why you still have nightmares. You have all this low vibrational energy that these entities can feed off of. You an easy target. They don't even have to like get into your mind. They can just like manifest in the real world and mess with you. They can just send people your way. They don't even have to do nothing. They can just point to a lower vibrational person and say, hey, go mess with him. And they'll know you'll fall for the bait every single time. You know, if someone like, think about it like this. I live in such a state to my truth that no one should have an issue with me. You don't have to like me, that's fine. But no one should have an issue with me because 99% of the time, I'm minding my own goddamn business. The only people that don't like me are the government. You know, so I know I'm on a list with many other people, many other spiritual content creators that have been especially flagged on YouTube and got stuff removed and shadow bans and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The government's the only person that wants to, or entity, I guess, that wants to mess with me. But I don't think I'm big enough on their list for them to worry about me. So I'll stay in my position. I like it down here. It's cool. It's fun. But nevertheless, you know, some people like for example, right? Yesterday, I was driving, or not yesterday, it was like 2 days ago. And I was driving the work truck. So I never had to slam the brakes in that truck. So like in Denver, you could be coming around the bend, you know, driving around. You'd be driving 70, 80, and then like traffic just stops. You're like, yo! You know what I'm saying? So I smashed the brakes. And like it was one of those like, you know, like quick time moments, like where all the dopamine and adrenaline is surging, that time literally slows down for you to make a quick decision. So like all in this moment, as I'm slowing down, I can hear the tires like skidding beneath me. It's like, I was like, fuck, left, right. And I just said, okay, I see a gap, right. And I cut so I could avoid getting into an accident, right? And like, so when I made the cut, you know, apparently like I cut off somebody else, but I measured it because they had 2 whole lanes. So I was like, okay, if I move, they should have enough time to get to that one. This is all that like adrenaline, dopamine surge that happens in like a high stakes situation. You know, so they like, I was like, fuck it, here we go, shroom. So they like, he had to swerve a little bit, whatever. And he was like, you know, like all yelling and cussing me out. And I was like, in my head, this is my world. In my head, I was literally just sitting here and I'm like, why are you mad? We're both unscathed. You know, your car has no damage. I have no damage. What are you mad at? We both won. But, but there are some people that get easily consumed by their emotions. Now, I understand, you know, a life-threatening situation can make people act crazy, but this is also for people that are still scared of death. You know, it's like, I'm the type of, like, if y'all have seen Fight Club, and I forgot the character's name, but like the weirdo little ghostly ghoul chick, like in that scene where she just like walked in the middle of the street, like with no care. The street was active, cars were going back and forth, they were honking, but she had no fear of death, that she's just walking through. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's how I walk through life. Even in the astral planes where you can see some crazy shit going on, I'm not scared of it. Why would I be? If I know who I am. I'm here to do great things. You know, I've already done great things, and I'm here to get gooder with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to get better and just keep on getting better at my craft, get mastering myself, you know, so I can help other people master themselves in their own unique way, in their own journeys. You know, it's like I just do things for my journey, and I let y'all know. You know, and sometimes I just say it raw and uncut. Sometimes I tailor it to a nice story or whatever. But either way, I'm having fun with life. When your life is fun, when your life is blissful, there are no nightmares, there are no worries, there is no anger, there is no fear, there is no nothing. It's just more and more good things to be grateful and appreciative for, of whatever. All right, but anyway, my hand's getting cold. We made it to about 27 minutes. That's good enough. All right, to the next one. Peace.